One of the most crucial elements of aging well is eating a balanced diet. Fruits are frequently regarded as the mainstay of a healthy diet. Rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, fruits provide many health advantages, including enhancing digestion, strengthening the immune system, and supporting heart health. But not all fruits are made equal, particularly for elderly people. Some types could provide unspoken dangers that are especially harmful to senior citizens. The body changes in a number of ways as we age, which may increase our sensitivity to particular meals. Seniors frequently suffer from diseases like diabetes, renal problems, or weakened immunity, which can be made worse by seemingly innocuous food choices. Certain fruits, for instance, may cause severe stomach issues, allergic responses, or prescription interactions. Avoiding possible health issues requires an understanding of these dangers. We'll discuss 6 fruits in this video that seniors should stay away from because of their potentially harmful side effects. Let's now examine the 6 harmful fruits that elderly people should never consume. Number 1. Grapes. A popular fruit, grapes can be eaten raw or used for juices, wines, and dry snacks. Rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants, they are generally regarded as a nutritious snack choice. Grapes, however, can pose serious health concerns to elderly people that might not be immediately noticeable. The high sugar content of grapes is one of the main issues for senior citizens. 2 simple sugars that can cause blood sugar rises are fructose and glucose, which are prevalent in grapes, especially when they are dried. Grapes can produce fast blood sugar changes, making blood sugar control more challenging for seniors with diabetes or those managing prediabetes. In order to prevent consequences including neuropathy, cardiovascular disease, and renal problems, all of which are more likely in those with uncontrolled diabetes, it is imperative that elders maintain stable blood glucose levels. Additionally, grapes pose a choking threat, particularly when ingested in big amounts. For elderly people who have trouble swallowing, a problem that many older folks have, this is a major consideration. Fruits that are tiny, spherical, and slippery like grapes increase the risk of choking because they can become stuck in the throat. It may be more difficult for elderly people to chew or swallow grapes properly if they have weak jaw muscles, decreased salivary flow, or neurological disorders like Parkinson's disease. Elderly people who have renal issues should be cautious when eating grapes. Although potassium is a necessary vitamin, too much of it can cause hyperkalemia, a disease in which potassium accumulates in the blood. Grapes are a good source of potassium. Individuals with renal illness may experience irregular heartbeats, muscular weakness, and even potentially fatal problems as a result of the kidney's inability to adequately filter out excess potassium. Number 2. Oranges. Many people consider oranges to be a pleasant and healthful fruit that is rich in vitamin C and other vital elements. Orange consumption, however, may not always be the greatest option for elderly people. Oranges have many health advantages, but there are also some serious hazards due to their high acidity and certain drug interactions. Orange's high acidity is one of the most frequent health problems older folks have with them. Orange's acidic content can exacerbate the symptoms of acid reflux and gastroesophageal reflux disease, which are illnesses that are increasingly common as people age. Heartburn, regurgitation, and pain are the results of stomach acid flowing back into the esophagus, which is known as gastroesophageal reflux disease. Oranges and other acidic meals can aggravate the symptoms of gastroesophageal reflux disease in older adults, causing frequent pain and eventually esophageal lining damage. Furthermore, the burning feeling that comes with acid reflux can seriously lower a senior's quality of life. It can also interfere with sleep, which makes them more irritable and exhausted. Seniors with renal illness may be at danger from oranges due to their relatively high potassium level. Excess potassium can accumulate when the kidneys, which are in charge of controlling the quantity of potassium in the blood, are not working correctly. Hyperkalemia is a disorder that can cause major side effects, including muscular weakness and irregular heartbeats. Should refrain from eating foods high in potassium, such as oranges, unless their doctor expressly instructs them to do so. Oranges are also bad for your teeth. Oranges contain citric acid, which over time can erode tooth enamel and cause decay and dental discomfort. This is an especially worrying issue for seniors, who may already be coping with oral issues like tooth loss or gum disease. Acidic foods have the potential to erode tooth enamel over time, increasing the risk of cavities. To reduce the risk of enamel erosion, seniors should think about eating oranges in moderation and may wish to rinse their mouths with water after eating. Number 3. Avocados. The high-fat content of avocados is one of the main problems for seniors. Despite being high in monounsaturated fats, which are thought to be heart-healthy fats, avocados are nonetheless high in calories. Consuming avocados in excess might cause unintended weight gain in seniors who are already having trouble controlling their weight. Being overweight can exacerbate pre-existing medical illnesses like diabetes or hypertension, put additional strain on joints, and raise the risk of heart disease. When eating avocados, seniors should watch how much they eat to avoid absorbing too many calories, which might conflict with their overall health objectives. While most people accept avocados well, some elderly people may be allergic to them. Although they are uncommon, avocado allergies can happen, especially in people who are latex sensitive. Avocados contain proteins that are comparable to those in latex, which can cause gastrointestinal distress and itching or swelling in the mouth, throat, or lips in people who are vulnerable. More serious allergic responses, including trouble breathing or anaphylaxis, can happen in certain situations. Seniors with known latex allergies should be cautious while eating avocados since they may be more likely to experience an allergic response. For elderly people who have digestive problems, avocados might not be the ideal option. Avocados' high fat and fiber content can occasionally cause digestive issues including gas, bloating, or diarrhea. Avocados may exacerbate symptoms for elderly people with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or other sensitive digestive disorders. Additionally, some elderly people may have trouble processing the fiber in avocados, which can cause gastrointestinal distress. Limiting avocado consumption or selecting alternative fruits that are easier to digest may be required for people with impaired digestive health. Number 4. Watermelon. Many people consider watermelon to be a cool and hydrating fruit, particularly in the sweltering summer months. Watermelon is a great way to stay hydrated because of its high water content. It also includes antioxidants and vitamins like lycopene and vitamin C. Watermelon can, however, pose some health hazards to elderly people that should not be disregarded. Watermelon's high glycemic index, or GI, is one of the main issues. The rate at which a food elevates blood sugar levels after ingestion is measured by the glycemic index. Rapid blood glucose increases from high GI foods can be harmful for elderly people with diabetes or those at risk of getting the disease. Watermelon is still regarded as a high GI meal even if its GI is lower than that of several other fruits. This implies that ingesting big amounts of watermelon might cause blood sugar levels to rise quickly, making it more difficult for elderly people with diabetes to control their blood sugar levels. Seniors should watch how much they eat to prevent blood sugar spikes, especially if they are managing diabetes, since this can lead to fluid retention and bloating, especially in those with heart or renal problems. Although the high water content of watermelon is generally good for hydration, it might lead to fluid retention in people who have trouble eliminating extra fluid. Eating a lot of watermelon can make symptoms like swelling, shortness of breath, and pain worse for seniors with diseases including congestive heart failure or chronic renal disease. These people must watch how much water they drink and refrain from eating too many water-rich foods, such as watermelon. Furthermore, watermelon might occasionally upset your stomach. Although the fruit's high fiber content is good for digestive health, eating too much of it might cause gas, bloating, or diarrhea. Watermelon may exacerbate symptoms for elderly people with delicate digestive systems or those suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. The digestive tract may get overloaded with the high water and fiber content, causing pain and irregular bowel motions. Number 5. Papaya. The papaya enzyme, which breaks down proteins in the fruit to help with digestion, is one of the most significant issues with papayas for seniors. Although papain helps with digestion, some people may have issues with it, particularly those who have digestive diseases or sensitive stomachs. Rarely, papaya can cause allergic responses, which can range from minor discomfort to life-threatening anaphylaxis. Papayas include proteins that are similar to those in latex, which might cause an allergic reaction. Therefore, seniors with latex allergies should exercise extra caution. An allergy to papayas can include redness, swelling, itching, or trouble breathing. Seniors should get medical help right once if they have any adverse reactions after eating papaya. High amounts of vitamin C, which is typically good for the immune system but can cause issues if taken in excess, are also found in papayas. Nausea, cramping in the stomach, and diarrhea are all signs of gastrointestinal discomfort brought on by an excess of vitamin C. Large papaya consumption should be avoided by elderly people with delicate digestive systems or those who have a history of gastrointestinal problems, since the high vitamin C concentration can make these illnesses worse. Papayas also contain folate, an essential nutrient for healthy cells for the production of red blood cells. On the other hand, consuming too much folate may hinder the body's ability to absorb other nutrients, which might result in imbalances. Before eating a lot of papayas, seniors who take supplements or have special dietary requirements should see their doctor. Papayas also have a high fiber content, which is good for digestive health, but might be uncomfortable for older people who already have gastrointestinal issues. Bloating, gas, or diarrhea may result from the high fiber content, especially in people who have diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. Elderly people with fiber sensitivity should eat papayas sparingly and keep an eye on how the fruit affects their digestive systems. Number 6. Star fruit. The tropical fruit known as star fruit, or carambola, is distinguished by its refreshing, slightly tangy flavor and distinctive star-shaped cross-section. Although many people find star fruit to be a wonderful delicacy, seniors, especially those with renal issues, are at considerable risk from it. The potential for star fruit to be hazardous to those with renal illness is one of the most serious issues surrounding it. When ingested by someone with impaired renal function, the neurotoxin cromboxin found in star fruit can be dangerous. The kidneys are essential for eliminating toxins from the body, and they malfunction when they do not function properly. Toxicological effects can result from substances such as cromboxin building up in the bloodstream. Confusion, agitation, convulsions, and in extreme situations, coma, are signs of star fruit poisoning. Star fruit should not be consumed by elderly people with renal disease or those receiving dialysis, since their kidneys cannot filter out the dangerous chemicals it contains. Adverse responses can occur from star fruit even in those without renal issues. The central nervous system may be impacted by the neurotoxic in star fruit, resulting in symptoms including headaches, muscular weakness, and lightheadedness. Seniors who are already at risk for falls and balance problems may be especially vulnerable to these consequences. Older persons with pre-existing neurological diseases, such as Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's disease, or those using drugs that affect the nervous system, may be more susceptible to these neurological symptoms. The high oxalate level of star fruit is another issue. A large number of fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based foods naturally contain oxalates. Kidney stones may develop as a result of excessive oxalate intake. To lower their chance of developing kidney stones, seniors who are at risk for kidney stones or who have a history of calcium oxalate stones should stay away from star fruit. Seniors who have problems absorbing calcium may also be at risk from the high oxalate content of star fruit, since oxalates can bind to calcium in the digestive tract and block its absorption, which might result in calcium shortages. This video has demonstrated that a number of fruits that are often ingested might provide unintended health hazards to elderly people. Fruits are a vital component of a balanced diet, but when choosing fruits for meals, seniors need to take into account things like sugar content, acidity, possible drug interactions, and digestive health. Depending on a person's health, including any underlying medical illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, renal problems, or digestive difficulties, the dangers associated with particular fruits might vary greatly. Therefore, to find the best nutritional options for their unique requirements, seniors should always speak with a trained dietitian or their healthcare practitioner. Seniors may maintain a safe, wholesome, and balanced diet as they age by making educated selections based on their awareness of these possible health hazards.